as per usual. So what I'm going to do is cook down these tomatoes with the onions and the garlic and the rosemary. So that's in there. I'm going to add a little bit of acidity from using a little bit of vinegar. So I'm going to put about roughly 2 tablespoons in there, give or take. And if you need to adjust it later, you can. If you want to add sweetness, you can always add like a carrot and cook it down, or if you want a teaspoon of honey, you could. You know, whichever. Have to go cook dinner. Have fun. Good time, chef, and chat. Take care, Yumpy. It's great having you here as always. Thank you so much for being here. Ceramic knives break super easy. Bring the rust off to the States. Plenty of places can regrind the edge. Yeah, I've got it here actually. I've actually kind of ruined it because the blade is, you can see there's like a bit of a dip on the blade. But it's a bit of a big one, to be honest with you. But there is a bit of a dip where I've sharpened it. You can probably see I've absolutely ruined it. But this is like nearly 10 years old at least. Very old knife. I think it is. Well, it might be less than that. I can't remember. But yeah, it's a pretty old knife I've got. But yeah, I ruined it. But I might bring it with me. We'll see. But it's a pretty big knife. It's a bit too big for me, to be honest with you. But when I bought it, I think I got the wrong size and I just kept it. I should have taken it back. They are usually white, chef. I really cannot recall it. I don't think, probably I haven't even used them. Has anyone got a link for pictures of one? So I can see it. I don't mind if you post a link if somebody could. So I can have a look. Whoa, chef breaking out the 12-inch knife. That's a big knife, I know, right? Tell me about it. Dobie, thank you so much for the follow. How are you doing today? I hope you're doing good. Hope you're having a fantastic day. Thank you so much for tuning in. It's great to see you, my friend. So, what we're going to do. 8-inch is my comfort zone. Yeah, I'm very comfortable with the knife I've got here. And I'm just like, that one's way too big. It's just like the size of the board. It's a big chopper. But, yeah, as I said, I was a bit younger when I was bought that, and I don't think I was quite as experienced with my knives as I am now. So, you know, live and learn, that's what I would say. So, these tomatoes are softened up beautifully. Nice. So, what we're going to do, drop those beautiful 2 tomatoes into the sauce so they can finish on cooking. I'll chuck the garlic in there as well to get rid of the rest. Get rid of the tomato greens and just pop that into the wash. So I'm going to make the couscous now. We're going to get lots of flavours in there. I'm going to get some shallots out, a bit of garlic. I was going to add some spices in there, so I've got some bird's eye chilies to use up as well. Make it nice and hot. Hot stuff. I'm going to turn that sauce down because that's bubbling away. I'm going to turn that down to a 1 or a 2. I don't want it like kind of bubbling so fierce. So push down those tomatoes and they're just going to slowly stew away, so I'll leave them be. So what we're going to do, top and tail the shallot, getting rid of all the excess skins. Wonderful. So what we're going to do, cut down the sides, cut down the middle with your sharp knife. Watch your fingers. I'm just going to dice this up. So watch your fingers when you're dicing this up. I'm thinking now, I'm like, I know I said I was going to do couscous, but I've actually got any couscous. I have. I can see it right here. That's fine. I was thinking this morning when I woke up, I don't know, I just had this awful nightmare of me like not having any couscous. I don't know why. But I have got some there, it's there, so I don't know why. So slice this up. The thing now is that I only work 8 hours and have 2 days off. Anyway, John, thanks for liking my bone study. No problem, dude. I love supporting people, do you know what I mean? It's what I love doing. As well as cooking and helping people learn, I also like supporting people as well and enjoying what they're making and, you know, whichever it is. Not a problem, dude. Great to have you here as well. Thank you so much for tuning in, Mantis. It's good to see you. If anyone's not following Mantis, please give him a follow. He does do some awesome digital art. Please give the guy a follow. Lovely chap. Right, I'm going to take the seeds out of these. Wow, that's a tiny chili. I'm going to take the seeds out of these ones. Right, so watch your fingers when you're doing this. I wouldn't rub your eyes after using these. If you do, maybe use some gloves to kind of avoid that kind of situation. So you don't end up like... I think I rubbed my eye the other week, but they were mild chili. These are a bit hotter than the mild ones I was using, so... I think I rubbed my eye yesterday and it started to burn. I was just like, wow. And I did them like ages ago, so... Be very careful. When you're handling these, where you put your hands. Even when you've washed them. They still hold the heat for some reason. Oh, is that a ceramic knife, is it? Not sure exactly how they are made. I heard they are sharp but brittle. Yeah, maybe that's the down. I don't think I've actually used them, to be honest with you, digital art. I can't recall of me using any kind of ceramic knife, so to speak. But maybe I have. I just can't remember using them. But I guess my thoughts on it aren't really got much of an opinion, apart from, I guess if they're brittle, that's the only downside to it. But you know, it's entirely up to you. I'll use it. Okay, don't worry. No worries. Thanks, Mum. So what we're gonna do, give my hands a little bit of a wash. Not sure how they are made. I heard they are sharp but brittle. Sorry, I've already read that, of course. I'm just gonna get a few more bird's eye chilies. I'm not gonna use too many more. I may as well get them all out because I'm gonna make the chili as well for. Should I get that chutney done for this afternoon as well? I may as well. May as well. What I might do with that chutney is put a small bout of the tomato sauce in there as well. But I'll leave them there. I might do the chili chutney for this afternoon as well while I'm doing this. God, I've already got them out. They were the rage in the States for a bit, but I think more marketing trends, I will stick to my go-to set. Yeah, exactly. I mean, whatever suits you, really. I guess it's not really any right or wrong at the end of the day. It's whatever you're comfortable using. You know, it's just whatever you're happy with, really. To be honest with you, there's no kind of like right or wrong with knives, so to speak. I do firm believer of spending a little bit more and getting a decent quality knife rather than buying. Obviously, if you spend very little on a knife and it's very cheap, sometimes you can get cheap deals on really good knives, quality knives, like I did. You know, it's about shopping around and having a look and just buying the decent branded knives, so yeah. John, can I share some of my recipe for couscous we use almost every week? Of course you can, my friend. I have to try some homemade Bulgarian food. Yeah, it sounds very delicious. Yeah, you can share away by all means, Mantis. I figure you can't really regrind. I'm not too sure. If I recall correctly, they are pretty brittle, but stay sharp very long. If you chip the blade, though, I think you have to have a recut. I may be wrong, though. I think I have seen them. I don't think I have actually used them, so to speak, but I've seen some knives that have got like chips in them, so I'm guessing they were ceramic knives. So yeah, I'm guessing that's what they were. Obviously, when I've seen them in like kitchens and things, but they weren't my knives. So what we're gonna do, a small amount of extra virgin olive oil in here, about half a teaspoon, if that. So what we're gonna do, heat this up. And we're going to add the onions and the shallot, sorry, and the pepper. I also stick to steel Yeah, definitely. I'm not a big fan of ceramics, so I mean, I haven't really used them, so you know, I can't really give my opinion too much on them, but I'm happy with what I use, and I don't really need to have ceramic knives. I guess I can see the plus side to it. If you don't really need to sharpen them and they stay sharp, then I guess they're for people who are not a bit nervous about sharpening, or they don't really want to sharpen their knives. I guess that's a good side to it, but yeah, they can be brittle if you cut through it. It also can be a little bit dangerous if they're brittle and you cut through and it snaps off and it might flick into you or whatever, so be very careful with them though. John, one of my favourite things to eat from homemade food is tripe soup. I don't know if you have it in the UK. I've heard of tripe soup. I don't know if we have. That's a more of a British. I don't think it's a British thing. Definitely not. I think tripe soup is more of a European kind of dish. Is it Bulgarian? I'm not too sure. Isn't tripe the back end? Isn't? No, I think. Correct me if this is wrong. I'm pretty sure tripe is the. No, it's not. Is it? I'll think of it. It's not the lining of the stomach, is it? I've forgotten what it is, actually, in all honesty. That's how much we use it. I don't think I've actually really used it, but don't know. Google it. I've forgotten. My head. Always when I learn something new, something else pops out on my head. So what I'm going to do is heat that up. Knife is not a hammer. Draw the blade through the food. Don't beat down with it. Yeah, exactly. You let the blade do its work, not put force onto it. If the blade's not cutting through it, then the knife is not sharp enough. So yeah, you should never. Exactly it. Feudus, Asterus. You've got to can't put pressure down on things. You've got to let the knife do the work. Definitely true. Don't know if it came from Bulgaria. I think it might be. Give me a sec. No problem. Stomach lining. Oh, there we go. I was right then. There you go. It was stomach lining. How did I doubt myself? I knew what it's on about. I don't know. It's just a long time since I've kind of used tripe. I used to use tripe for making faggots and like. So I have used it before, and you know, binding it together to hold a nice shape into it. But yeah. Quick, maybe long question. How do you determine what flavours to build in a dish with? I try to freestyle my dishes once in a while, but it seems like I always fall back on obvious combinations.